first time it happened to me, I didn't even know they had a word for it. I was 18 and was traveling alone for the first time in my life. It was my university's entrance exam. I was so excited. I was gonna go out and see the world on my own. So I strapped myself in one of the best bus services the country has to offer and got ready for the 3.5 hour drive I was going to endure. A man in his late 20s, sitting across from me, however, was determined to make those 3.5 hours feel like a lifetime. A young girl, out on her own for the very first time, had just been inappropriately gestured and stared at for the entirety of her journey. I couldn't even rest my eyes for a second because I was petrified. It took a television show to educate me that what I had experienced was harassment. That's when I actually started talking about the problem. I promised myself that the next time something like this happens to me, I'm gonna stand up. And then that day came, the day where I was going to have to live up to my promise. It was my usual evening jog within my university. I could see a group of guys giggling among themselves besides the track. One of them comes forward and stops me to ask something. He takes one last look for some moral courage from the boys and opens his mouth. आप physically बहुत fit हैं. Can I get some tips from you? This was my chance to prove to myself that I was one of the strong ones, that I could stand up to culprits like them, that all my conversations about harassment and all my discussions mean something. But I couldn't. I couldn't stand up to them. I just I just ignored him and continued with my jog. As fate would have it, 2 days later, I had another chance. Same jog, same track, different person. But again, I couldn't. This time, I didn't even have the courage to continue my jog. I just hurried back to my room. It was the same numbness I had felt back in the bus. Somehow, even after all these years, I found myself petrified because of a man. Being a woman in Pakistan, you have to get used to the idea of getting harassed going about your everyday routine. After all, men will be men, right? We all say and hear that a lot. What's even more disturbing is that women are often the ones blamed for it. Why was she out at that hour? Why was she wearing jeans? Why was she without a guardian? I can't even describe in words how it feels. What I can tell you is that I can't even look at myself. But being the foolish idealist I am, I still go for my jog because I will not be bullied and harassed into forfeiting my right. A few years ago, I wouldn't even have dreamed about opening up about my experiences in a video, but here I am. And though I haven't been able to stand up for myself in the past, I know for a fact that the day I do isn't far off. After all, I did make a promise to myself.